What's ours is yours. Next on our network. Water Me Sis, live on our network. You are now watching Water Me Sis.
Hello, hello. Thank you so much for tuning in to Water Me Sis Live. I'm your host, the social butterfly, Drea. And I got some sexy co-hosts with me.
Yes.
Want to introduce yourself?
Hey, my name is Jaleah. How y'all doing?
Hey, and it's me, I'm Taylor. Good to see y'all. Good to be back another week.
Yes, happy Sunday to y'all. I also want to give a shout out to Jaleesa. I know you in the comments, girl.
Hey,
if
hi,
y'all
sis.
didn't
Hey,
know,
bestie.
she is the founder of Water Me Sis. So thank you so much for creating this group for us to uplift each other.
Mm-hmm.
Water Me Sis is a sisterhood built off the growth and self-discovery of women. So the concept is that we water each other to create the most sweetest fruits and the most beautiful flowers. Also, we do want to give y'all a disclaimer that this platform is built for women, but we know that some of the men are watching. But with this topic, we know y'all like to get some tea or, chime in on the tea too. So we would usually tell you to take some notes, but hey, you can comment with us too. So the topic today is Girl Talk Celebrity Tea. So let's get into it, ladies. So y'all know last night was supposed to be the versus battle between Ashanti and Keisha Cole.
Yes.
But it didn't happen due to Ashanti having coronavirus.
Right.
It's real, y'all.
So what do you think about that? Like,
I just thought it was hilarious that when I go through the comments, I'm a comment hunter. I just like to see the funny stuff because, you know, we're goofy out there in real life. But it was funny to see people like, oh, she just didn't want to do it.
right, she was scared.
She faked it. Like, I don't know, man. I think Ashanti would have did it.
Of course, right. Of course, they gonna say that. Like, oh, she faked it. I didn't even read the comments. I was just like, oh, dang, she got the coronavirus.
Right. Dang, that's crazy. So yeah, they said it's gonna be postponed, but I was looking forward to it. So y'all tell us, you know, what was you? Was you Team Ashanti?
Yeah.
Team Keisha Cole? Like, what were you? Yeah.
Okay.
What were you?
Okay, well, I was Team Keisha Cole.
Keisha Cole.
Because I like her music. I like her soulful music and how she's just like soulful and shit. But, you know.
Yeah, I think Ashanti would have blew her out of the water.
I'm Team Ashanti too.
I see, y'all.
I do like Keisha Cole. I'm not gonna bust on Keisha Cole, but the verses, thinking Ashanti's gonna do it. But we'll see. We'll see when they postpone it, right?
Right.
Yeah, I was like, well, she did say that she was willing to do the battle
From the house.
Yes,
okay.
live.
So that's cool.
So that means she was still with it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. She wasn't scared.
I mean, you know, it's all really just to get them some more attention, some more traction, because you know you saw the Gucci and Jeezy, and that was a very interesting versus according to people. I don't watch them because you gotta put money up, and I don't know. I just don't watch them. I'm not that interested, so I haven't actually watched them. I watch the Instagrams or the highlights or something like that, and it's all publicity. It's all just so they can make some money too. Like, they're sitting on their butts at home too, and they need money to come in.
Some battles are well deserved.
Oh yeah.
Like think of it, if you had two people that you feel like can go neck and neck. Like for instance, Jennifer Hudson and Fantasia.
Oh,
don't you think that
would be good? I would definitely tune into that.
Yes.
I'd be like, ooh, that would be a good one.
Ooh,
for sure. They should definitely set that up.
I feel like they need to do it like 3 people at one time and put all their, because then it'd just be more music to be played. You know, it's about the music. It's not even about the artist. But man, Fantasia, yeah. No.
So y'all definitely
Fantasia.
No,
I like her.
I'm saying she
even
would have
though
gone off. I'm just saying she got the vocals. On Jennifer Hudson. But I don't know.
And I see. I like that song. No, that would be a good battle. Yeah. Y'all tap into the comments. Tell us who, like 2 artists that you would want to see a versus battle with. Definitely want to see that.
Yeah, Mary J. and who else?
Mary J. and who?
Who? Yeah, who and Mary J.
And Mary J. Blige.
And Mary, she's on her own little spectrum to me.
That's it.
I don't know.
Okay, here's another one. My friend yesterday gave me one. She said Alicia Keys. Who would you put up against Alicia Keys?
Why not her with Mary J? Is that not? Are they not on the? Because they have to be musically on the same level.
Yeah, it's like it's just their music. Like they don't.
She goes way back home.
Yes, definitely. But their music is definitely a match. You know, Alicia Keys is she's actually playing her piano, and I don't know anybody that I could put up against her.
Right, because she probably would get on there and be like,
yeah, exactly. Like, and then the other person would be like, oh, okay, well, can you play this key? Like, key of C or whatever. Can you do Go ahead. And right.
So there's some I think definitely you can't give them there's not going to be a good, you can't find anybody to battle them, but it's definitely good to watch. It brings us back to concert mode, that's for sure. It feels kind of, I don't know, when you got the good songs that you love and you're jamming in the room or watching, you know, you kind of try to connect as best you can, because man, I miss going to concerts.
It makes you appreciate. I was telling somebody that today. Like, imagine if you had the heads up that all this shit was gonna go down today. Like, probably would have lived it up a little more. Like, right. I would have went to that concert and crowd surfed. Dang, yes,
That's true.
How much stuff has changed.
Seriously.
Speaking of the Rona, though, remember you was telling me about that whole
Kevin Hart.
Yes.
Oh,
exactly. You didn't see the Kevin Hart comedy? Yeah.
He's talking about I had coronavirus.
Yeah, I had the coronavirus, and I just felt comfortable, so I was just gonna do it in my house, and I'm like, hey, that's cool. He made some money that day. Period. Because they definitely paid some money to be up in there. Period. Right. But I did see they was 2 masks on. So
double
masked up.
But I was like, you gonna really take I don't think that if I knew he had coronavirus, I'm still gonna pay to into your home, like
to sit in his
for real,
house.
to sit in his house. They did. They had pizza at the end. Like
pizza.
what?
Oh
yeah, they had other pizza at the end.
Like pizza, y'all.
Like, dang, can we get some finger foods that's individually packaged?
But come on, no, you gotta see. You gotta see because they all came out. They all came out with their own pizzas. Like it was like you get oven pizza. Like, so what? Are you serious? Yes. Like, we just said that it's in the middle of a pandemic. Like, come on. So you're not trying to pay that money?
Now, them people paid a pretty penny to go sit in Kevin Hart's house and eat that brick oven pizza. Man, if you haven't watched it, you have to watch it. If you think Kevin Hart's funny, it's funny.
It was funny to me. I laughed the whole time.
I laughed, and when I went back again, I laughed at a couple different jokes again, so it was funny.
But compared to his other comedies, do you really, because like...
it was definitely
slow. Felt like, compared to what came out before by him, the stuff he's put out already, I was just kind of like, this was cool, but I didn't see you do better than this. That's how I feel.
I mean, I personally, I think Kevin Hart is moving down the line of funny. He's starting to get more corny. He's starting to get more washed up, and I will say, yes, it was funny, but same, like you're saying, you could have done much better. But it was funny to hear him talk about his kids again. When one of his first specials was when he was talking about his children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think it's always funny when he's talking about his kids. Then how he was like, "Oh my gosh, I called her a hoe." Like, that was funny in itself. Like,
man, he is crazy. So that's a beauty. I think his comedy is changing, and that's why the humor is changing, because we're might not necessarily be in a space to where it's as funny as it used to be, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. But it's definitely, his funny is changing, and,
which is, I feel like it's, you gotta create content, so.
Exactly. You need to make some money.
He's trying to do something he's never did before.
What he said is that he's at home now with his kids. Like, so that's all he can talk about, really.
Yeah.
And it's funny because everybody has kids. So, I don't have none, but I definitely have lots of, nieces and nephews. So I definitely get it. And it's funny.
Yeah.
Like, the stuff that kids be doing. Like, period. You be like, oh, and what they be saying.
Well, speaking of that, let me
go ahead,
No,
girl.
it's funny, though. Yeah. A lot of people can relate, obviously, because I've seen people, comment on the post, but my son is in remote learning, and he had came back from the break from lunch, and the teacher asked him, "Oh, Terrell, how was your break?" He was like, "Bad." And she was like, "Well, why was it bad?" He was like, "Because we ain't got no food." She's like, "I don't have no food." And he was like, "Yeah, and my mom fed me some apples, and they were nasty." And then, and I was just sitting there in the background And then the teacher later that day started texting me links for help with food and stuff. I was just like, oh my God. Also, I was saying kids just be telling your business.
Man,
not saying I didn't have no food, because I did, but they just said the darndest thing.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Because it just wasn't something that he liked. So he's just like, boy.
And then you can't, and then if you butt in, then they're gonna be like, oh my God, their situation. Like, at least she was doing her part and make sure you had the resources.
No, because kids lie. So I was offended. Okay, I was offended. Like
I would have been offended. Like, boy,
maybe you
said
it before.
just fine.
I don't know.
You like an apple. You liked the apple yesterday. You like an apple today. So stop.
She better investigate first. Don't just be sending me links and shit if you don't really know what's going on.
I would have had to butt in on that conversation. Like, no, he's fine. Like,
I mean, I didn't feel like I had to defend because every time he's on there, he's eating something. Every time in the camera. So, I mean, obviously she knows what was up. So
why would she send you research?
My whole point. Like, do your research. Kids just be saying all types of shit. Like,
man.
They do.
Like,
you remember mom.
I mean, you remember that time where you had that one guy come over to the house and like
right. You already know that.
I'll tell you in a second.
I don't have kids either, so I don't.
No, but I know y'all saw that video of the mom with the two boys in the grocery store. I don't know.
Oh.
And with the pads.
Yeah.
And she was like, Mommy. He was like, Mommy, don't you use these? Mommy, don't you use these?
She was like, put them back.
I know. But you need these, right, Mommy? Right.
Like you're being helpful, but you're not.
They do, right. So
always putting your business out there, man. I don't know. I always remember my mom saying, what happens in this house stays in this house type of thing. Like, you don't go telling what's going on. And not like there was anything ever really going on like that anyway. It's like, if I was getting in trouble, it was because of me. That was my fault. Like, it has nothing to do with nobody else. So, I don't know. So, but I always remember that. And that's something you kind of hold with you, too. Like, everybody doesn't need to know everything. Everybody doesn't need to be all in your square and in your business. So.
But they don't know that because they
don't care.
They so small. Matter. They just be talking. Like it'd be cute sometimes.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
because that is the stage he definitely is in now. Is that he just, especially when it comes to other people, he don't care. He just wants to tell you something about him. Like, did you know I lost my 2 front teeth and it didn't hurt? Like he just wants to just tell you everything, and then something I'll be like, oh shit, like no, like So he a little snitches, but
man, my baby ate. Her baby eats just fine.
Right, my baby eats. I got plenty of groceries.
Right.
But anyways, back on these celebrities because that's like what we're supposed to be talking about. I don't know if y'all know, but Tiana Taylor announced that she's retiring.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
I was sad about it. I like Tiana Taylor. I've always been a fan of her since she was, since Sweet 16, since before then, because she's been doing
Google me, baby.
Like, when she just, started, I was just like, okay, go ahead, girl. Mm-hmm. She looks good, can dance, like, got the whole package going. Like, period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was sad. And because I just feel like she don't get enough credit. Mm-hmm. And that's what she was saying as well, as one of the reasons why she decided that she wanted to stop doing music, is that she didn't get the credit that she deserved. Also seen some stuff like, just blaming the label that she was with and stuff. And I do feel like she's just in a different place in her life. She just had another baby. She just turned 30, I think. Mm-hmm. She just celebrated her 30. So I just think she's just kind of in a different place in her life. Yeah. She probably like, okay, I'm 30 years old. Mm-hmm. If I haven't got this, and that with my music career, like, is it worth continuing? Because she does do other things. Like, she's producing, like making music videos and stuff like that. So maybe she found a new passion and just feel like, okay, that's where the money's at. Like, I'll make more money than doing this. But
I think she definitely has new and different passions. And like you said, she's definitely, I mean, we've watched her, like, she's our age, she's right up there, only a few years older than me. And like, I've been watching her since she was a certain age. So I definitely have seen the evolution. And, you see, she's beautiful. She's aged super well. Got 2 kids. Looks amazing.
Man, snap. That was real. Like, how?
Like, how?
My son is 6 and I'm still carrying that weight. Like, how the hell you got 2 kids and you snapping that quick?
But she's always been that same size too all her life. But just watching that transition is like, it's really powerful because you don't have to stick to it just because everyone thinks that you're this is your thing. Like, I have other things too. We don't have to do the same thing for 20 years anymore. That's not how life works anymore. But I did because when I did see that, I saw other people, I saw other artists kind of giving her energy and saying like, T, don't do that. We love you, we care,
But the same time with saying that, it's not that. I feel like when you're an artist, if you get accolades, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what really proves it if you're actually doing what you're supposed to do at the end of the day. I mean, that sucks. And, like, as much as I'm a diehard Tiana Taylor fan, she's not charting up there. She ain't number one on the chart. She's not getting the awards.
She's cold.
It's like she's just...
I have all her albums
she deserves it, too. And who wants to do all that to not be recognized? I think it's really important to be recognized. And maybe she might feel like... Because that's the whole ultimate goal is them artists, they want to get that. They want to have that.
We all do.
Like something.
Yeah,
like,
come
on.
Yeah, if I'm moving up the ladder and if I'm doing good. And I saw that she said that I even have begged my label to let me go because it's not worth it, So it's interesting because you go through that even in your own personal life. So it's something super relatable, even though it's on a different level and she's a star and she has, all these people looking on her. But I always try to remember that they're people. I've met Dame Dash, I met Lil Uzi Vert, I've met famous people at my front desk at my job, and I had no idea who they were. They're just regular people, and I treat them with the same courtesy as I treat every other guest, and that's why they feel like their experience was good, or at least I can feel that energy from them when we speak. So they're just trying to live their dreams too. So I did notice it was her birthday too. And did you see the gift that Iman got her? Iman got her a movie camera, like a very expensive movie camera.
I did not see that.
So I'm glad that you did it because that.
Give me something new because I love Taylor and I don't her Instagram and I didn't see that.
I like her. I'm not a fan.
But so Iman, her husband, Iman Shumpert does music too, and he's super underrated, and he's a cold artist too. But he, they've been married for I don't know how long they've been married since Journey's been born, but he bought her a movie camera, like a big,
one of those classic,
like those big, so she can start filming, so she can start directing.
See, so that might be a clue.
Okay, yeah,
that's what she's trying to do.
Man, you should if you've seen on her, I don't remember what she calls it, on Petunia or whatever, Petunia record or whatever her production. That's her production. She's been making those moves all this year.
House of Petunia.
House of Petunia. All this year and all last year, she had Junie's nail salon. So she's making other ventures. Yeah. You can see that happening, and I'm sure she's doing bigger and better and even more. But it was really, really cute to see in the videos, and her husband supporting you like that.
Yes.
Like, he knows what my real passions, and that's what she was saying in the caption. She's like, thank you for always supporting me. You see the vision, you see where I'm going, like you see where I'm coming from, and it's not like, oh, woe is me, like. No, I'm ready to go do something different, and you got me, and that's awesome to have a partner.
She be calling herself Spike T.
Spike T.
So that's probably what she sees herself doing.
And you see it.
We figured it out. Damn. So I can't wait to see it because that's gonna be. We're going to be like, oh, remember we were talking about that?
Yes. And I'm definitely going to support her all the way through and through. Yes. Her videos that she has done, some of her music videos, some other people's music videos she's done. Those are her joints. So it's really cool to see, when
she's
you can.
So creative.
You gotta make waves in the industry too. So you're not just one person in the world. You're so many things, and that's how you create an empire.
Right. Well, y'all can go ahead and put in the comments what your favorite Tiana Taylor song is. Yes. In the meantime, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with some more tea. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome back to Water Me Sis Live. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you're just joining us, today's topic is Girl Talk. We are spilling some celebrity tea, just talking about all the latest news and stuff like that. So we was just talking about Tiana Taylor and her music and things like that. One thing I really want to talk about that was some tea to me is Summer Walker and London on the Track. I feel like that was some tea, you know. Summer Walker, y'all know London on the Track is her boo, and he's also her producer and helped with that whole album Over It, which was the best album out there. So won't you say my name? Say my name. That's my shit.
I actually really like that song.
Yeah.
Makes you want to be like,
Yes.
So her album cover makes it like you. Her album cover is.
It's a whole mood, huh? A whole mood. Yeah, she's just like on the phone.
I'm so done with your lying ass.
So I just thought it was crazy because they were like, I mean, she was tweeting, talking shit from what I thought they was through a whole breakup. And then all of a sudden,
when it happens?
Yes, it did.
Exactly. You be like, dang.
I know. And then she popped out pregnant.
Man, I was sad. I'm not gonna lie. I was sad to see. I mean, I'm happy for her. I'm sad as a fan to see it. Just be like, man, like everybody's doing that, but you know, which is cool. It's actually really empowering that these women are going out and you have that baby. You work you keep working, you keep busting it and showing us all that we can do it. I love that. But it was only sad because you could kind of tell like she didn't get to tell it on her own, which is messed up. I saw it from Shade Room.
Damn, they be on it, don't they? Bro. Them and TMZ, they're breaking the death of somebody before the family even knows.
Right.
Like,
that's messed up.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it, but
privacy.
I guess London's baby mama was making a big fuss or something and like, oh, how are you gonna have a baby by a nigga who's making his baby mamas give him child support? I'm like, hey, shorty, if he making you give child support, then that's on you. That doesn't have to do with her and her situation with this man now.
Right. It's just like, you know, when she kind of just sings about, because I'm just going to automatically assume it's about him, you know?
Right.
But all your songs are just like how heartbroken you are, how fuck boys are, you know, how niggas is toxic, and then it's like, boop, boop. But I guess that's what we do, huh? Or what women be doing. Like, you talk about, oh, I'm done with him, and then boom, you pop a pregnant. I just have
that too.
You know?
But you be sounding out like, what?
Yeah, I also seen that she was saying, I seen this on her own post or on her story. She was just explaining how London don't take care of his other kids. So I'm trying to see, because you talking about that he got the baby mamas on child support.
That's literally where that's how I seen it.
Wow.
That's how I seen the situation. I seen the picture, Summer's pregnant. And I was like, oh, man. And I should have known because there were some posts some days before where she's playing basketball with London. And she kind of looks, you can tell. You can just tell. I don't know. You can tell. You can tell when somebody's pregnant, even if they're hiding it. Whatever. So, so that's how I found TMZ was spilling the tea that the baby mama, one of his baby mamas had said something like, oh, how are you going to have a baby by someone who's trying to make their baby mamas pay child support? And so now that you're saying that,
she was saying that she don't take care of his kids,
but
she's trying to force him to see his children, or try to play kumbaya to get the baby mothers to allow him to see the children.
I believe
you. Yeah, she's pregnant by him, and you about to have a whole baby by a nigga that he's showing you don't even take care of his kids.
Period. So
but also,
that's messed up.
But also, she's clearly being that woman who's trying to help better him. Like I did see her post, like. He would never have taken this little detox drink, which she gags every time she takes it, and I'm watching her take it. So, you know, he would have told me, no, hell no, But he was definitely taking that detox nasty drink that she don't even like either. And, you know, so maybe, I mean, that's what you do when you get into a good relationship, right? Like you
try to help
be
build them up.
Yeah, you want to be better men. Okay, he wasn't taking care of his shit. Maybe he was a little funky ass baby daddy. But she said, you ain't gonna be my funky ass baby daddy.
Right. Better.
I want all of our kids to be together, which is really, that sounds like something, but we don't know what they've really got going on with these folks got going on. There's always drama with these outlets and gossip. So we don't know it's really, but you know, it's kind of interesting to see for sure. Like, okay,
but
that sounds sweet.
Even though they are celebrities, they really probably be going through real shit. You know,
Regular
so
which everybody does, but it's just like when you have everybody all eyes on you, because I could just think about stuff that I've done though. It's just like if I was a celebrity, they would be on my helmet like she done did this or this is going on now and this. So they don't have no privacy, and it's nothing different than what we all go through. It's just everybody can see it and everybody can comment on it and share their opinions about what the fuck you going through.
Right.
So that's what sucks.
Yeah, well, I mean, but you take that social media shit and you throw it away. Like, it's just as, I mean, we grew up in a time where we learned how to confront our differences face to face, and we weren't talking over the internet and being trashy to people, and if you were, like, you did it to your face, and you have to answer to me about what you got to say to me, right? So it's very interesting, especially a lot of trolls that that you see sometimes are like little kids, really young kids, just being
that is so funny that she mentioned that. That reminds me.
Assholes online.
So do y'all know who Akbar V is? Okay, do you watch Love and Hip Hop?
Oh yeah, Akbar. Akbar. Okay, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so Akbar does these lives, and she has different topics every time she does a live. And I think like on Sunday or something, it's like a talent show where she allows, people come on there and they rap, they sing, or do whatever they do on her live. And then she also has one where she does relationship advice, where girls literally join the chat and be like, Akbar, girl, my baby daddy, he like, what should I do? So this little boy joined her live on the wrong day.
Yes, that was funny.
Timmy. Right, and she definitely
she was
she cussed him out. She did, and he was just kind of like, oh, like dang. She was just like, Timmy, this is relationship advice. This is not the talent show. Like you come back Monday. She kept calling him like Caucasian boy. Caucasian boy.
But she didn't do anything wrong. I think people were on her butt like, oh, you just like.
Well, after she did that, he went and did his own live and was like, you fucking whore. It was smoking blacks and shit. So she was just kind of like, y'all on me, but this little motherfucker's bad. He made his ass whip. Yeah, he's a little ass kid, but he on here calling me whores and stuff like that. He's a little kid, but
wow.
I thought her initial response,
yes,
because he obviously said what his point was joining the live. She should have been like, "Sorry, like this is grown folks' time. Come back." But she just like got his helmet. It didn't like that.
Really
that was so funny.
And let's talk about Akbar coming on live with her tongue like.
I didn't see that.
She be going live and her tongue be white. Like, she just looked like she just got up and did not brush her teeth, washed her face, and just woke up and decided to just hop on live and talk to folks.
Her tongue is that white? She needed to drink some water. She dehydrated.
I should include a photo for y'all.
Yes.
A screenshot so you can see how she be on there. Like,
I'm going to have to.
I don't like doing nothing hot breath, to be honest.
That's funny that you made me think of that. That show was hilarious.
Yeah, I did see that too, so it is funny. I was like, man, I had to go back and see. I do that because when I'm bored and I'm not working on what I need to be working on, I go scrolling around and looking at funny stuff that's hilarious to me. So that's funny.
Right, I'm gonna have to go back and see that.
Boy.
Yes, now that was
saying that.
Man, she hurt his feelings.
That's why he went back on there and was
called her own.
Yes.
He
is Caucasian. There's nothing wrong with Caucasian. When was Caucasian ever offensive, y'all?
It's just like
we're not gonna talk about it because then it goes into other things that we want to stay away from.
She had to do little Timmy like that. Okay? She could have gave Timmy a chance. She did. She fixed it. She came back and allowed little Timmy to come on the live and do his rap for the town. And it was trash, but she still gave him an opportunity to come back. So
you said it was trash.
It was a waste of time.
But she also, being a black woman and somebody who's got some fame on her, she had to go cover her butt. That's so funny, though.
Yeah.
Man, I think it's talking about little kids. And unfortunately, he was untalented, I guess. But you know, there's a Marcy Martin. Have you ever heard of her? This girl is 16 years old. She is the first and youngest female Black executive producer, and she's been producing her own stuff. That stuff is crazy. It's really empowering to see like these young kids doing that.
Yes,
they're gonna be a different generation coming up behind us.
Yeah, for sure.
Some people bash them like, oh, they don't go outside, but they have different type of skills that we don't necessarily, that we didn't pick up as quickly. Rather, I don't say we don't have them. We just didn't pick them up as quickly as they did. Like my friends, 2 daughters got together, watched some YouTube, and they started their own business. Their mother finds out, and she's like, you need to get your daughters and help them figure out what's going on, because I just found that they are doing this thing. So it's very inspiring to hear something like that they're so gung-ho and moving forward to take control of the norm. This is gonna be a new norm. We're gonna see more younger kids. We're gonna see more kids with money and things like that.
Yes. They're gonna get us towards the Jeffersons age. Sitting there with all of the stuff, like the robots coming up. That's why they don't go outside, because they gonna be into the computers and stuff, getting it ready. So we
right. Yeah. I knew you was gonna do that. Oh my god. Man.
Kevin. No, that was what's his name? When he did the phone on his tongue. Cat Williams, they're getting us there, like, hello.
That is funny. I was just gonna say what I appreciate about Marcy Martin is just that the fact that she's young, but she looks young. Yeah. I like that about her. Yeah. Because a lot of these girls, you would think they 19, 20 years old, they 14 years old, and they're out here, especially because they got money or whatever, and they're in this image of what, we have this image now of what, these video vixens or whatever look like, and they just dress inappropriately for their age. I mean, but she keeps it classy, and she looks young, and she's still cute. You can be cute but keep it 14-year-old cute.
Yes.
And do it like
absolutely.
that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I like that about her.
Yeah, I definitely, it's important, I think, for our generation to let these kids be kids, but they can be bosses as kids too.
Yeah.
Man, I think I seen a Fashion Nova. I don't know how long ago it was, but were posting up pictures of their kids wear, and it was super grown, very grown, very provocative. And this is during the election time, when they're talking about this pedophile stuff in the Wayfair things and stuff. So when the Fashion Nova thing came out, I just really had my mind clicking, man, our world is crazy, and we have to be mindful of how we have our babies out there.
Two tops for toddlers.
2 tops. They got the little jumpsuits that are tight, and the little short skirts. And I mean, I get it. You want a mommy and me. You want your little baby doll, Barbie doll, but we still have to be mindful and protect our kids. Man, that is so important. So that just even we don't want to put stigmas on what you wear and say oh, you can't wear that, but some stuff is just too grown for a 2-year-old and for a 4-year-old.
But you know that this has been going on for years because of the whole pageant party, the pageants with the little girls dressing them up and stuff. They were just judging them, and they're like, well, this is just something that we're doing. But people were judging them. It's the same thing now. They judging everybody for their little kids' little outfits and mommy and me outfits. But
mommy and me
you do need to protect your kids. Period. Are you already getting them ready for the pedophile? Shoot,
I don't know. That's such a hard thing, because like I said, you don't want to make them you don't want to discourage them from being cute and being kids, but you also don't want anybody to be looking. My mom was always super big about that. She made sure, and I hated it when I was a kid. Our clothes was a little bit, a size too big or whatever, so we could grow into it. She was super big about that, but I never understood until I got older, and I started just wearing whatever I wanted to wear and going out and stuff, and just seeing that the energy changes quickly, and people will show their true colors when they are tempted, I guess, or whatever. But it's super inappropriate, but I definitely agree. We gotta. It's really beautiful to see that she's a young Black girl who doesn't have to go above and beyond to try to create this IG model thing. Like, that's not how you become a boss. You become a boss by doing the things that you love and passionate for, and you do it. And and you have your parents. You have a support system. Her parents supported her and put her in roles and put her in position so that she could make the type of movement that she's doing. And now she's, hey, I'm producing it. This is my show. You know, that's really cool to see.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so y'all definitely tap in the comments. Let us know, are you putting your toddler in a two-top or not? And also, if Fashion Nova blew your phone up as much as it blew me, because I fell into the trap. Did you? Did Fashion Nova get you to buy something from them? Because they was hitting, texting you with all the deals.
Black Friday.
So, right. Like, I couldn't resist. And I'm going to make a hair wrap and a mask, so it's just going to be great.
Okay, so one topic I want to talk about is who shot Megan Thee Stallion?
I don't know nothing about that.
Who shot Megan Thee Stallion? So, I guess Megan and Tory Lanez went to a party at Kylie Jenner's house. And leaving that event, something transpired that ended with gunshots and Megan being shot in the foot. It was Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, and her friend, what's her name? Something Nicole. Can't remember her name, but a friend of hers.
Are you talking about the one Tori's been talking about in the song, like Munchie? Is that what they call her, Munchie? Is it Munchie?
I cannot remember her name. It's something Nicole. Let me see, y'all.
Because she's friends with Munchie. She's friends with, like, you don't even see Kelsey no more.
Kelsey. Is her name Kelsey? Her name's Kelsey Nicole.
Kelsey Nicole?
It's Kelsey Nicole.
Okay, so it is Kelsey.
Yes.
Yeah, you haven't seen Kelsey since, have you?
Yeah, you haven't. And so I'm like, dang, I don't know what the whole controversy is. Because her and Kelsey fell out over that. Because now Kelsey has a whole diss track out on Megan Thee Stallion. And I felt like it was just because, I don't know if she was accused of it. Where Megan just stopped fucking with her because she just felt like it was some fake shit. Like, we don't know what really transpired to cause them to fight. So what I heard, what the tea was supposed to be, is that Megan and Tory kind of had a little thing going on, which I feel like people kind of felt that because they were kicking it a lot lately
during quarantine. When
during quarantine,
he was an independent artist, and all of a sudden he's all up at her house, and I think it's California. But he's all up in her house. They're taking pictures together, and she's on the quarantine radio. I noticed that. Yeah. So that happened.
And supposedly while they were there, like Tory was feeling Kylie a little bit, and maybe that kind of just raised some, animosity because like she, like we talking. Hold up, like I mean over here. I done brought you over here to Kylie's house, and now you looking at her like what's up? Because there wasn't a pool and whatever too. So maybe he was doing that. Who knows? Man. Who y'all think shot Megan Thee Stallion? Go ahead and tap into the comments. So let's go ahead. Let's take a break. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with some more tea to finish up on that. Welcome back to Water Me Sis Live Girl Talk Celebrity Tea. And we were just talking about who shot Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know. I don't know. I just know she was back pretty quickly because there was discrepancy on that. On if she was actually shot, like in the foot. Like, is there proof that you actually were shot? Because you was back on your knees. And,
man,
it was just a foot. It was just a foot. Like, dang. Like
days later, you put in all your 6 foot whatever weight on that foot, and that don't make no sense. But I don't know, because probably by the time we found out all that we got the information, it probably had long gone transpired. I listening to, because I'm a Tory Lanez fan, I'm a Megan Thee Stallion fan, and Tory Lanez was first, so but I'm not. You
didn't boycott him, is what you're saying?
No, when he put out that album, I tried to, but I had to listen because I knew that he was gonna put some stuff in there that was gonna give us some clues or whatever, tell his side of the story. And if you listen to that, like, there's one little clip, audio clip, where she was, "Motherfucker, you got me fucked up." She sounded drunk as a skunk, man. Ooh. And I know how I've been when I'm drunk in a skunk, and I have been mad or whatever. So you don't know. And I've watched Megan since you first started seeing her on Instagram. So I've seen that she's kind of like going through it. Like, her mom died right when she started. Her grandma died right then too. Like, she's got all this money and all this fame coming into her so quickly, and like, she's not the happiest person, honestly. Like, the amount that you see her drink, like her and her friends drink, like, have a good time or whatever. But, you know, I definitely know I've been in places where I was not always in the best headspace, and I was getting toe down, okay, or toe up, excuse me, not down.
So you say that you think that that's kind of what happened?
I think it was a part of it, at least. I think it was a part. I think the drunkenness. They probably were drinking. Yeah. I think the drunkenness was a part of it. I'm sure there was plenty of misunderstanding. I'm sure Tory Lanez was being disrespectful. Like, you know how men are when they, you know, they be acting like they think that they're slick, and they're not being slick at all. And I'm not that drunk to not notice, like,
I knew he was over there giving her the eyes.
Entertaining. He says that in his music, like, oh, and I couldn't, you know, like, he was telling on himself and telling on her, and she was telling her on herself too. Like, honestly, I just think it was a lot of misunderstanding. Who knows if she actually got shot in the foot? The gun went off though. But how come you didn't talk about that at the beginning of the whole scenario? Like, we don't. It's so hard to try to figure out that one, because we're like, I don't know. But Kelsey's definitely not in the picture no more, so I'm wondering.
Yeah, but she's feeling some type of way, I think, because she like rid of her after that.
He tried to say that Kelsey was feeling him too. And she was, or no, she.
So Tory,
man, you have to listen to the album, because he says stuff in the album. He's basically saying like that Megan was trying to hide that they were seeing each other from her friends or whatever, and she was hoping that her friends weren't trying to, you know, entertain and do the same type of thing. Like, they weren't ever actually serious, but they were seeing each other. And he admits, like, oh, well, I did have some eyes for Kylie, but if I had known you were leaving, I would have been right there with you and whatever. But I think it was just a lot of petty drama, a lot of he said, she said, and a lot of like sexual drama. Like, you start having sex with people, you start acting a fool, it seems like. I swear.
Well, I guess we will find out come January, because that is when Tory Lanez has a hearing next to find out. But he pled not guilty, so
he swears he's not guilty.
We'll see what happens.
It's all gonna be he said, she said, unless the truth will have to come out. Yeah, hopefully, and you know, lawyers can lie for you too. So
yeah,
who knows.
Well, we all love Megan and her knees, you know.
Yeah, you know.
And speaking of that, we was practicing, because I don't know if you know, but last night we had a little pajama powwow. Yes. You should have been there.
Should have been there.
We missed it. Great vibes. Yes. It was such a good time. We had beer pong, Twister. Spades, dominoes, good food, Tay.
Yes. I came to the events. Everybody was vibing. Everybody was cute. It was really nice to see everyone get together, for sure.
Yes. So look out for the next event. Yes. You know, tap in. Cause
what do you want to see from Water Nieces? What kind of stuff y'all want us to do?
Yeah.
For us to make it happen for y'all.
Stuff you want us to talk about. Like, tap in. Let us know.
Yes. Well, we really appreciate y'all for tuning in with us, and we're going to be back again next week. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time on Water Nieces Live.
Yes.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate you lending us your eyes and ears. What's ours is yours.